Hey, sorry I haven't been able to update for a while. It's been lots of things. It's so crazy. I told her, my previous host, I was there for a week. And I said to her, like, no. Because I left, yeah, we came to Kushiro yesterday on a Saturday. I was like, but I came here on a Saturday. It cannot have been 1 week. I do not understand it. It feels like it was like 3 days max. Not even 4 days, but it was a week. So it was so crazy. But I'm really happy I went to that place around Shibecha area, Kawaii Onsen area. Like the lakes you have seen. I mean, it's amazing. It's so beautiful, and I can only imagine in summertime. And since they have active volcanoes, there's like this one flower that's super. I mean, not necessarily rare, but that they live, or that they grow so many of them in the same place is very unusual. But it's because of the special, not climate, but nature. Because of the volcanoes and everything. So I can only imagine how beautiful it is summertime. And it was funny, this is super stupid, but it was so funny when we watched the ice skating race, because I realized that one of my favorite animes, Erased, it's about a guy, and he grew up in a small town in Hokkaido, and I was like, it could have been this town, you know? And in that anime there's also like this scene where they have an ice race, like ice skating race, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. It's like, it's gonna be so fun when I rewatch that anime. It's like, yeah, I've been on Hokkaido now, wintertime, and I can relate much more to like the area and how it is to live there. So I think that's very cool. And also one thing I realized that I wanted to talk about, that I realized, yeah, that 2 days ago? No, yesterday. God, yesterday was a long day. So, yeah, speaking of yesterday, she said we might take a walk in the forest, so I'm just gonna bring my bear bell. Do you have those in Sweden? I was like, no? What do you mean bear bell? So like a little bell that you do, and it's just when you're out walking, you're supposed to flick it so the bear can hear you and run away, basically. I was like, no, we don't have that in Sweden. That's interesting. But that was besides the point. That was not the interesting thing I wanted to talk about. It's interesting, but not the thing I was thinking about. What I wanted to talk about was because I realized when we stood there and watched the ice skaters go around, and just that, hey, I feel comfortable now. I feel like part of Japan would be incorrect, but it sounds so weird to say it like that. But I feel at home, I think I would say. Because before, everything is so new, and everything is still new. Like everyone like, ooh, ah, yeah, everywhere. So I'm still like that, but it's something inside, nakade, that's it's hard to explain. Saying that I feel comfortable isn't really the correct way either, but I guess what I would say is att det känns inte främmande längre. Like it doesn't feel foreign anymore, or I don't feel foreign anymore, if that makes sense. But like that I feel comfortable in the everyday life, and I feel like I'm part of it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're onto something, because I think if you're just a tourist and you come and you live in a hotel room like this, and that's all you do, and sure, you go to famous places, whatever, you might even talk with some Japanese person, but living with them and just being in that space, it's so different, and I think it makes for a completely different experience in a way, in a positive way. So I just realized that I felt comfortable and at home, like just standing there with the rest of the community. Like so many people gathered to watch all the kids go around, and she said actually that from that town, that pretty much every year they have someone who reaches Olympic level. So that's kind of cool. Go Shibecha. but I felt like I was part in it. I wasn't just an observer or like a foreigner standing there in a corner or watching the Japanese people, but I was amongst them, and that's a nice feeling. And I think it also has to do with simply being able to speak the language of the country that you are in. I think it does so much. And before I thought it was like that, but now I can actually say that it is like that, at least from my experience. Because, like I said, if you just live in a hotel and visit places, it's like, yeah, but then you're never really part of it. You're just there without really being there. So I think it's so nice to be able to... And sure, I don't understand everything at that party where there were so many people. Like, I understood very little to up to a third, and that's about my level. Unless someone is directly speaking to me, because then it's easier for me, because then they're probably asking me where I'm from. Or it's very clear kind of what they're asking, because I guess they dumb it down, which is super good. But usually that's much easier. But when they talk amongst themselves, it's like, no idea. And sometimes I can, like, a few words. So generally I know what they are talking about. Like, that's it. It's like, yeah, okay, something horses. They're discussing the horses now. Okay. And that's about it. But it also depends on which company. Now there were so many people, and not, well, many people actually speaking English there. But some who didn't, so therefore everyone held it in Japanese. And like on a higher level Japanese. But I still think it's interesting. And when we left the ice skating place, was this little girl. Yeah, she was 9. And she just talked to us, and she says, Shibecha, it's so beautiful, and I think it's the best town in all of Hokkaido, and it was so sweet and so cute. And then she's like, I want to talk to you, me. And that was hard, because she was just speaking like I'm a normal person. I was like, but I do not understand you. But I can understand some things, and asking a direct question, so I'm not going to go into that. But my point is, it's nice to be able to talk, because I can make myself understood. And it's funny, the woman at the store, the one who gave me coffee and rice crackers, because she tried to say something and I didn't understand, and she's like, it's so hard, and then she went away. And I was like, no, but try again with easier words. It's not that I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. And then later on she tried again, and then it worked, and we could have a conversation, and we could talk about things. But the natives sometimes just give up, and they think that I don't understand anything. But it's not that I don't understand anything, it's just that they used a way too complex sentence for me, or for my level. But yeah, now this turned into a language episode. But yeah, so then we came here, then we went to the manga cafe yesterday, and that was so awesome. That was so lyrical, it was so cool. I thought about it today, like, this could not exist. This is so beautiful and so pure, and it couldn't exist outside of Japan, because we would fucking ruin it. No, but Westerners, like, I left my stuff. I usually took my phones with me, but otherwise, and my passport, because I really don't want to lose my passport. But except for that, I left my things there, and it was safe. No one took anything. And generally, Japan is very safe. It's like, never have worked, because you cannot lock the doors to your little, not shed, I want to say bås, but I don't know what that's in English, but the little room that you have. You cannot lock it. And it's not an option. They did not have lockable doors. And then I'm thinking, yeah, okay, but if we were to introduce this to Sweden, there would be locks on the door 100%. But it's like, it would be easy to just open those locks anyways. So it would just give a false sense of security. I mean, it's not too hard to break into a room. But at least for the ones that are professional, I imagine it's very easy. It's just that it's a false sense of security. I was like, this could not exist. It really couldn't. So it's nice that they have it in Japan at least. So that was super awesome. And today I've just been walking around here a little bit, taking it easy. Yeah. Bye-bye.